My name is Tyler, and I am the sole developer for Liminal, a first-person survival horror game that takes place within the Backrooms. I'm going to be using these devlogs to document the development process for Liminal and provide you with transparency regarding the current state of the game and what the future holds. I have been actively developing this game for about 4 months now, and I feel that the game is in enough of a presentable state to talk about what has been done so far. All of the footage in this devlog is actual gameplay from Liminal within level 0 of the Backrooms. In order for Liminal to be the game that I want it to be, it needs a massive world that can provide each player with unique but relatable experiences. To facilitate this, I decided to use a mix of procedural generation and handmade assets to populate the world. The bulk of development time so far has been spent on creating this system, and although there are still many things to implement, I think it's come a long way. In its current state, the world generation system is able to load in a seed-based procedural world around the player at runtime. To do this, it streams in everything that is close to the player and streams it out once they are far enough away to not notice. All of this is done in a way where the player experiences no noticeable lag spikes or stutters. Although the majority of the world is procedural, the system also spawns handmade structures around the world. These structures are assigned conditions that determine things like where they are spawned, what kind of loot they can spawn, etc. This generation system is also capable of spawning AI in the world dynamically. Like structures, these AI have conditions that determine where they spawn, the chance of spawning, etc. I will talk more about this in a later devlog. When you put all these features together, you have a pretty convincing world that is capable of providing different experiences for each player. Survival is another large part of Liminal. It is important to make sure that you have adequate food and water, you're not too fatigued, you have no life-threatening injuries, and you can map your environment as you explore. This is why I've created systems for your character's vitals, their inventory, their thirst and their hunger, and their location. The fatigue system is currently being developed, and I'll talk about that once it's more fleshed out. Starting with inventory, you will find many different items as you explore. You want to keep a lot of these, as they can be used to progress and make your survival easier. The current implementation of character inventory allows you to store items up to a specific weight. These items can be tools, food, water, crafting supplies, keys, medicine, and much more. Moving on to vitals, your character has health that is divided into limbs such as your arms, legs, torso, stomach, and head. Some of these limbs are vital, and it is essential to keep their health above 0. Others will have debuffs applied as they take more damage. There are also different types of wounds that can be inflicted upon you, some of which require medical treatment to heal. Mapping the world around you will be essential, as many of the environments you encounter will be complicated and confusing. This is why your character will be able to create location markers that you can name depending on what they're for. These can be used to build your understanding of the environment and keep you from walking in circles. There's still much more to talk about, but I'm going to end the first devlog here. In the next video, I will talk more about AI, progression, and the goals/objectives in Liminal. Thanks for watching, and if you're interested in the game, subscribe to this channel and join the Discord to learn more.